broadcast here in beautiful Boston. Timberwolves continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You take a look at the Celtics. These are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have their work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with the win.
And, you know, for Boston, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns. And it's Lopez in at the 1. Now here's Thomas coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Here's Sullinger. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Thomas against Lopez. Thomas goes in. Knocked loose. And another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good from Bradley. He's perfect from the line this time. For Minnesota, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Lopez, no luck.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Zeller, a screen on Martin. To the left side wing. Shoots. And Sullinger with the basket on the assist by Thomas. Celtics on D. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
An East-West showdown. Only one of 2 games between these squads.
And because of that, the time is now to seize control of the matchup. We'll see who strikes first.
I'd send it out to DB, who caught up with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
He singled out KG as a player they would like to contain. He said that it goes beyond what KG can contribute in the stat sheet, explaining when Garnett gets going with his intensity, that just feeds into the rest of the team and it becomes a vicious cycle. Keeping Kevin from igniting his team is something they'd like to avoid here.
All right, Doris. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Lopez, no luck. Boston trailing. Crowder kicks to Bradley, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And it's Lopez penetrating. Back to Martin. To the paint. Garnett the pass to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. That's good. 6 points for Martin.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Now, here's Thomas. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. One-on-one here. Here's Martin, and he goes in for the dunk.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Picked by Zeller. Pass to Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Zeller. Sullinger outside. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Timberwolves leading by 4. Martin kicks to Lopez. Takes a 3. And the basket good. Lopez has got 7 points.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Thomas goes in, kicks it out to Bradley. Sullinger outside to the left wing. Now Crowder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Floats one up, and he sinks the layup.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Detroit.
And what a luxury when you have depth. I mean, a lot of their scoring in that win came from their reserves. And make no mistake, they carried the load for that team.
Without question, the starters can't do it all game long. You need that help from the reserves, and they got it in that one.
Now Thomas following the three-point attempt by Freak. It's stolen by Martin. And now Minnesota on the fast break. That one goes. Count it. Martin's got 10. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Thomas a screen. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound Celtics. Outside for Sullinger. Passes it to Bradley. To the right side. Now here's Crowder. Covered by Wiggins. Crowder kicks to Zeller. Bradley passes to Crowder. Clock at 6. The three from Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin. Flip Saunders was just going over the plan with his team. He went over the offensive game plan and that it hinges on running through Lopez. Coach putting the pressure squarely on his shoulders by asking him to be the key man in the offense. It's not something they ask of him every game, but when they do, he can usually handle it. So still in the opening quarter and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lopez has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves. Lopez against Thomas. They set the pick. The 19-footer is on the money. Thomas got his first bucket in this one.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
And he gets the bucket.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Lopez with the block.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Here's Sullinger. Following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Bradley kicks to Zeller. Over in the corner, Sullinger. No good on the triple.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The wide open look here for Lopez. And another three for Minnesota.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lopez with the steal. Fast break, Minnesota. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Now here's Sullinger. And he also played a big role in that last game with Detroit. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's Martin that time on the assist from Lopez. Lopez has got his 8th assist here tonight. Thomas against Lopez. Thomas goes in. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Lopez dishes to Martin. Jang a screen. Sullinger brings the double team. Thomas against Lopez. 6 to shoot. Let's go. And Kevin Martin again. Martin's got 16.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Begins with the block. Outside, Martin fires for 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
You can just chalk up the points when these guys get to the line. Here are your top free throw shooters for the past month. Freak number 1.
Well, if you're on this leaderboard, Kevin, whether it's for the year, a month, or one game, your coach and your teammates are happy because free throws mean points on the board and a better chance to win when you knock them down.
Barnes, he's checked in for Minnesota. Ricky Rubio comes in for Kevin Martin. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Lopez with the steal. The feed to Towns. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Towns has got his second bucket tonight.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
There's the bucket. Good. And that's now 7 points for Avery Bradley.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
And it's Lopez again missing. Boston's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Bradley against Lopez. Jacks up a 3, and Bradley gets it to go. Bradley's got 10 points in the game.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
The shot's good from Lopez.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
And it's blocked. And Rubio kicks to Lopez, pushing it up. Jacks up a 3, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
And the Celtics with possession here. Now the dish to Bradley. From the top of the key. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Shot's good. Lopez has got 24 points.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Now here's Bradley. 10 points for him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Yeah, gutsy shot to come right back at him with a 3 of his own.
Well, we've seen it before. He doesn't have any problem trading shots with anybody.
And some nice defense. And Amir Johnson resigned in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked
almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certainly be some great basketball ahead for us. And a new group in for the Celtics. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Olynyk. Lee comes in for Johnson. Crowder, he's checked in for Bradley. And Thomas subbed in for Rozier. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Garnett. Wiggins comes in for Matt Barnes. Levine's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Lopez in for Ricky Rubio.
Let's look at the stats for Wiggins. He's been dominant over the last month, averaging about 23 points per, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with his play here of late.
Agreed. I mean, but now the question is, can he build from this? Or will he regress back to the mean? Time will tell.
Picked by Lee. Dishes to Zeller. From deep, Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one. Obviously a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Here's Dang. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
A moment now to see the numbers for Lopez. First in scoring, first in rebounding. And with his incredible court vision, he's first in the league in assists per game.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close. You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
And stolen by Thomas. To the left side wing. Crowder with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Looking to get back on track here. Lopez with the block.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets got down to business. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and the points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple double. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
The Celtics have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
The Celtics shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Picked by Zeller. Down low. Thomas, no good.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Crowder. He's guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Lost it. No good that time either.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Thomas passes to Crowder. The 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the path to the hoop, and bang! Lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And you know what, though? I like the fact that he still chose that conservative finish there, just making sure he got the deuce.
The pass to Wiggins. Softly drops in the floater. Wiggins has got 20.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Pass to Thomas. Fires from deep. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. And so it's Boston with it. Thomas, it's a wide open look, gets to the corner and buries it. Thomas got 8 points here in this quarter.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Dives for it. There's the steal. And he now has a 5-by-5. And Lopez throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lopez with the steal. And he lobs it up, and the jam by Levine.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Here's Lopez, buries it from three-point range. Lopez has got 29 in the game.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Check out the game for Mr. Perfect. He has 29 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
And Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And Thomas, here we go. It's Bradley on the wing. Back to Thomas, a 3-ball. That's good. Thomas got 15 points.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Lopez, and it's denied. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. The Timberwolves, number 1.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Bradley dishes to Thomas. On the money with the shot from the left block. 17 points in the game.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Thomas against Lopez. 3-pointer. And good on the basket. Book it. Lopez has got 32 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Sullinger the screen. Lopez with the steal. All alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Here's Wiggins. That's good. Wiggins has got 24.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Let's make something happen.
Lopez with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Martin. Here's Wiggins, and he gets it to go. Wiggins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Crowder. Lopez covering. Crowder kicks to Bradley. Boston again missing. Here's Minnesota. Right now they're on a 9-0 run, and that one's good. That's 28 points for Andrew Wiggins.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Martin with the bucket.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
And they've really made the most of all those chances they've had from these turnovers. It's really driving their offense right now. Actually, it's their best offense.
And here we go. Timberwolves running again. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Martin's got 29 in the game.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies.
Here's the three. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Martin. And it's 37 points for Freak.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific. Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Fires the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's 31 points for Kevin Martin.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
No expiration date on their legs. They just seem to be fresher. And they're putting those fresh legs to good use.
And oh, here we go. Lopez has got the fast break chance. And that one's good. Martin's got 10 points here in the second half.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Sullinger the screen. Thomas passes to Sullinger. Back to Thomas. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thomas got 20.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Here's Lopez. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
And Thomas, here we go. Puts it up from 12. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Thomas got 10 points in the quarter.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter. This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Fires, high post. Cannot hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Wiggins. Can't hit. And it's Boston the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. And here's Crowder. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category. That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
Minnesota's gotten all 4 of the 3-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Thomas dishes to Crowder. The 10-footer. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Martin kicks to Lopez. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly. All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Here's Wiggins, and that one's good. Wiggins has got 34 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside Thomas. Outside Bradley. He dishes it to Sullinger. Money from the wing. Sullinger's got his third basket of the night. And for the Timberwolves, their shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Garnett. Barnes comes in. Now the Timberwolves with it. Lopez outside. Shoots a fader. Jang the pass to Lopez. The three ball. And that one's good. Lopez has got 51.
He's found a rhythm here in the third quarter, Kevin, and his confidence is palpable. You can feel it. Everything he puts.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. So on the floor for Minnesota, Lopez in at point guard. Payne out there with Bielitsa. Then it's Garnett, and it's Levine in at the two.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Olynyk. Minnesota with the rebound. Garnett's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lopez kicks to Bielitsa. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here's Lopez. Pushes it down to finish the break.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Young outside. Johnson the screen. Pass to Hunter. Feeds to Olynyk. Here's Rozier. That one's off. Still out of sync. Timberwolves have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Levine dishes to Lopez. That's good. Lopez has got 57 points.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Rozier the pass to Johnson. Rebound Minnesota.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now. No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Hunter trains the three-pointer.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Rozier the pass to Johnson. Johnson draws the double. Here's Rozier. Knocks it loose. Pass to Hunter. He kicks it to Olynyk. Lopez with the block. Shot from the top of the key, and again it's Minnesota converting.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
The 10-footer. The shot is off.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Celtics passing it around. Here's Olynyk. Lopez with the ball. 17-foot shot on the way. And that one's good.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Here's Rozier. Boston, no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Lopez. A rebound by Johnson. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Rozier. High arcing shot, and he lays it up and in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Matt Barnes is checked in for the Timberwolves. Minnesota shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Here's Lopez, fades away and sinks the tough shot.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Minnesota with the ball. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Over to the wing. And the pass to Rozier. It's Young on the wing, covered by Barnes. Puts up the baby hook. Lopez with the block. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Olynyk. Shot clock at 2. Boston again missing.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
They get the rebound. Levine. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Shooting for Boston, Zach LaVine. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Hangs in the air. It's deflected. Lopez left side. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Hunter, the pass to Sullinger. Here's Rozier. Shoots the three, and the shot is good. Rozier's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Lopez. Good D by Sullinger.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Pass to Rozier. Minnesota with the rebound. Lopez has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after to the right side. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
Lopez over to help. That's tipped. Pass to Hunter. Kicks it to Young. 5 to shoot. Passes to Rozier. Releases. No good. And Minnesota will come the other way. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. From deep three-point range, Lopez, no luck. Boston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Young for 3, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 15 rebounds here tonight. From deep, Sullinger with the rebound. Sullinger's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lopez with the steal. Oh, wow.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
It's 2-on-1. Launches the 3. Unbelievable performance. He's got a quadruple double.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints.
Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
And the Celtics making a change here. Olynyk checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Bielitsa. And Lopez throws it down.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV, no doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Jang kicks to Lopez. Puts it up. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And there's the feed to Olynyk. Lopez over to help. Knocked away and stolen by Payne. And it's Lopez penetrating, and he dunks it down.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Boston's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Sure
Hey,
is.
guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
1:24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take the first game of the season series. And that's exactly what's taking place here tonight against the Celtics.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Lopez. What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Here's Rozier. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Unloads. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Lopez. A three-pointer off the mark. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
For three, the shot will not go. No good. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A resounding victory for them.
The 2K Sports Post
Freak